We haven't even addressed maybe the biggest, well, I wouldn't say the biggest difficulty, but the overriding difficulty in all of this is the people who are responsible for the fact that the grid went out, the electrical grid went out, and that some people now have electrical bills. If you can imagine this now, some people have electrical bills in the category of $12,000 to $16,000, $17,000 over a few days. I mean, somebody has to be accountable for this. But up to and including now, of course, all of the politicians, the people in elective office and their hangers-on and appointees are all pointing at somebody else. It's don't blame you, don't blame me, blame that person behind the tree. And nobody is taking a real responsibility for what's happened. Nobody is very much accountable for it. The response, in most cases, there were some exceptions, the response by public officials in the state when this thing hit, when the grid went out, and it was widely recognized the state was in real difficulty, the response by most elected officials in the state ranged from not very good to abysmal, that there were some exceptions to that. And somewhere down the line, there should be an accounting. Will we see it? Well, I don't know. I'm at the school. I'll believe it when I see it. But by the way, among the places where water shortages have been or still existent in the aftermath of the storm are hospitals. And I'm told that it isn't just hospitals in Texas, but a lot of hospitals across the South and Southwest are trying to deal with water shortages as the whole region, not just Texas, carries on with recovery efforts in the wake of this devastating winter storm. At the height of the storm, hospitals were left scrambling to care for patients amid record cold, snow, and ice. The storm was especially damaging in parts of the country more accustomed to going through winter with light jackets and short sleeves, places like South Texas. So, how this winter storm pushed Texas into a complete crisis is an ongoing story. There's a lot we don't know. Some of it we don't know simply because it takes time to find it. Some of what we don't know is because there's been a cover-up. As I say, that it's obvious there's been a massive cover-up of exactly who's responsible for this, because the blame game goes so much, and the politicians, particularly the elected politicians who are in office, many of them have been in office for a long time, are ducking and dodging. Never mind that at least one of them tried to go to Cancun at the height of this. Senator Ted Cruz, the United States senator here, actually, I think he arrived in Cancun and then was forced by publicity to turn around and come back. All of that's in the background here as we dig out from this storm. But for those of you who have expressed some interest of sending messages to me that you hope I'm okay, look, we're digging out, we're thawing out, we're coming back. The state will come back. Texans, like most Americans, are a resilient people. We'll come back. The biggest problem now is a food problem, I would say, but a lot of the other problems remain.